Alright guys, what's going on? This is a custom firmware video for you, the 4.46 custom firmware. I believe it's CEX based. The Habib's 4.46 custom firmware for your PS3 running custom firmware, obviously. And today I'm going to be showing how to install this custom firmware. Now I'm running the 4.41 ARC version 2.0 right now, and I'm going to be updating from that. You will need to update your MultiMan, whether you have the stealth version or the regular version or DEX per se, and I will be making a video for that shortly. Also, the links to those MultiMans will be below in the description of this video as well, and you can refer to the other video on how to install MultiMan properly, but basically it's just like another package file, so you don't really have to worry about that. So I'm going to open up my USB here, obviously, and what I'm going to do is, if you don't already, make a new folder in all caps PS3 and double click and open that up. Inside that folder you're going to take a new folder again if you haven't already and make an update folder and open that folder up. This is actually the ARC custom firmware. I'm going to get that out of here. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And right now, you have, after you download the file, this is the file right here I'm going to have you download. The link will be below. The new-habis-446 custom firmware-ps3 updat.pup. Copy that to the USB/PS3/update folder on your USB stick. So allow that to copy over. And there's one final step that we need to do in order for this to work correctly. Now, this is a custom firmware. You are to update at your own risk, but the installation is pretty simple and easy to follow. You need to be on custom firmware in order to install this. Probably a 4.XX custom firmware would be the safe way to do this. You can also use the QA flag to be safer with this, but you don't necessarily have to. So letting this copy over. And here we go. And the final step is just taking right from the PS3 updat, just delete everything in front of it and make sure it only says PS3 updat.pup, and you're ready to go. So exit this out, and now it's time to go to the PS3. So I'll meet you there and we will install this file. Alright, so here we are at the PS3, and I'm running the 4.41 ARC custom firmware. Now, before you do any of this installing of the custom firmware, you want to go and update your MultiMan to this version, the 4.46, and I will be showing how to use the stealth version as well of MultiMan. I have the SingStar, so you can update this when the update comes out for SingStar. Or just update it manually, whatever that is. Now, these versions will still work on the other firmware, you just won't be able to run your game backups properly. So I'd say update them first, and I've already done that with MultiMan to be on the safe side. And what you're going to do now is just go to System Update and Update via Storage Media, and you're going to be scanning, and you'll see the 4.46 PS3 updat. So hit X on that, and it will copy it to the system and allow this to copy. This custom firmware was just released today, so that being the 7th of July. So yeah, let that copy over, and we are going to install our custom firmware here. Slow and steady. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just let that copy, and it should be all done in like 30 more seconds. So I haven't really explored this custom firmware. I haven't installed it yet, so I'm doing this for the first time with you guys right now. So I guess we're gonna see how this works out. Alright, 84, 86, 88, here we go. Alright, grab your controller for your PS3 and wait for it to come up. And hit the PS button, sync your controller with it, it'll check for the update data, and here we go. Come on. Come on. There we go, and it'll automatically start to install. So, allow this to install, and I will be back after the installation has been completed. Alright, so here we are back on the firmware. So I'm just going to come over here, and you'll see all the fun jazz. Basically, so moving on, coming over here, and you will see the app home PS3 game, and the install package files. Here's my MultiMan SingStar, and I'm going to come down here and go to my tools, and you will see MultiMan, and I'm just going to boot this up real quick to just show that the homebrew still works. Obviously, the 4.46 version of MultiMan here. So I'll let this boot up, and then I'm going to try and boot my SingStar version to see if it works with this firmware. Now, using the stealth mode of MultiMan, just really quick, I'm going to run by how to do it. So I'll come over here to game, and I will show you how to use the stealth version really quick. Right now, you're not running the stealth version, so disconnect if you're going to be running this version. But right now, let's see, where the fuck is it? System information 4.4601, and we're running the 4.46 Blu-ray disc ROM emulation. Okay, so we'll go back, and now I'm going to go over to the file manager here, and there's going to be a little text document that I'm going to have you download with it, and let's see. Come up to here, go to my packages, and it's going to be any file theme or something. I'll write what it says. I can't even read it because of my record screen, but just double click on that, and it's going to load files to the XMB. I mean, not the XMB, the installing the data to internal HDD. Please wait, and it will boot up the stealth version of the MultiMan. So allow that to boot up, and now we are in the stealth version. And just simple as that. So here it is, and you will see that it will list the Stealth Man MultiMan SingStar. So you can click X on that and boot that up after that, and allow that to load up. And MultiMan cannot enable Blu-ray disc ROM emulation functionality, may be restricted, unsupported system firmware. So click OK, and it'll load up, and you'll still be able to use it. You just have to update it. So install that beforehand to make it easier and update it. So yeah, that's it. So rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You are now running 4.46 custom firmware by Habib's or whatever. And yeah, the link for the stuff will be below in the description, and there will be a MultiMan video tutorial out coming soon. So talk to you guys later. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out my website, software-reborn.com, and go to my blog. Tweet me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, whatever. It's all there on my channel, and I will talk to you guys